Hello everybody, my name is Louis and welcome back to Xbox Live Gamer Hub. Today we'll be taking a look at Kingdom Come Deliverance and how the game performs in its current state. Now I really wanted to do this review on release, however the game was renowned for its day one issues and bugs. It wouldn't have taken long to push out a review explaining all of the problems, but the devs promised patches and hot fixes as soon as they could. So for that reason, I decided to hold fire and give the game a little more time in the oven. Now just over a month later, and the game seems to be standing nicely on its own 2 feet. Of course, bugs and glitches can be spotted here and there, but nothing that breaks the game or ruins my experience. Sure, the game could have released with no issues at all, but credit where credit is due to the devs for knuckling down and ironing things out. I followed the development of Kingdom Come Deliverance as closely as I could. It just ticked all the boxes for an RPG I knew I was going to love. Seeing as my 2 favourite games are The Elder Scrolls Oblivion and The Witcher 3, which are both medieval fantasy sword wielding games, it just felt right to go down the road of eliminating magic and focus on a more historically accurate gaming experience. The more deep sea I teased, the more excited I became. The fact people will react differently to you depending on how intimidating your armour looked or how dirty your clothes were, just felt like shifting up a gear when it came to immersion. No quick saves, realistic combat, a hunger and sleep bar, gambling, hunting, archery and boxing are just to name a few features that really made me want to get stuck in. So the story of Kingdom Come Deliverance is that you lead the life of Henry, the son of a blacksmith. Thrust into a raging civil war, you watch helplessly as invaders storm your village and slaughter your friends and family. Narrow escaping the brutal attack, you grab your sword and fight back. Avenge the death of your parents and help propel the invading forces. Or do what I did. Box villagers for money and spend 4 days in a forest trying to shoot rabbits with your bow. Each path will offer no less enjoyment than the other and keep you fully engaged as you lead your new life. I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance on the One X, and just from the opening cutscenes you can tell the game looks incredible. Thick foliage, running rivers, wildlife and great lighting set the scene for a perfect medieval Bohemia. Sharp, crisp textures make even the smallest of details stand out. Of course, I knew for the best video experience a PC would have been the optimal choice, but I was so surprised on how the game looked on console. Honestly, you can lose hours just walking around forests, especially at dusk or dawn. Weapons look great as well as clothing and armour. The only downside on how the game looks is that sometimes there are a few facial animations that just aren't quite right.
I need to go over those melodies again. I don't remember them too well.
Fair enough. They aren't simple, so listen. Of course. Remember it now?
Can you repeat that?
Of course.
And Henry, the main protagonist's eyes, sometimes just straight up give you the creeps. But other than that, graphically the game is stunning. The thing Deep Silver really like to boast about when it comes to Kingdom Come is the combat, and I have to agree it's pretty unique. There have been similar combat mechanics from a first-person medieval fighter called Chivalry, that gave you the ability to attack and defend from different angles. Kingdom Come is very similar, but because it's a single player game rather than Chivalry's team-based multiplayer, fights seem more intimate and engaging. With numbers really meaning life or death, if you find yourself against more than one person, you'll quickly become overwhelmed. This makes you think tactically before engaging, maybe deciding to take an enemy out with a bow before deciding to go at the other one with a sword. So speaking of bows, and you'll really find this particular form of attacking a true skill. When equipped with your bow, your crosshair will disappear, leaving you to eyeball your shots. If you're down for realism, you will love this feature. But if you're someone who frustrates easy, maybe a sword is more suited for your playstyle. One of my favourite things to do in Kingdom Come is make money. There's a huge sense of achievement when you do. There's many different ways to earn your groshens here in Bohemia. Good deeds for the common rabble is always a good winner. If you're feeling adventurous, you can grab your horse and head away for a few days hunting. If you're feeling lucky, you can gamble it all on a game of dice. During my playthrough, money was never really an issue, especially during early game. I used to hunt, a lot, gradually getting better with my bows and leveling up my skills, making them easier to use. If the subject I was looking at was stationary, I would put the bow away, line up the shot with my crosshair, and then switch back to the bow and fire away. And I noticed a pattern in the swaying of my bow when I had it drawn. It would sway left and then centre itself again, making every shot pretty easy. I then used this to enter archery contest, winning 270 groshens every time I won. Doing this kind of felt cheaty, but I mean, money's money, right? Another one of my favourite things about Kingdom Come is that you really need to take things literal. For example, I was doing a mission where I had to steal some items during the night. So when in the towns, it's actually illegal to walk around without a torch, and because it was pitch black, I couldn't see anything. So out came the torch, and I started to sneak around looking for goodies to sell to my fence. but I kept getting spotted, and I just couldn't figure out why. I'd hidden behind objects so it was impossible for the guards to have a line of sight, but it turned out guards can see the glow from my torch rummaging around in containers. It seems obvious when you think about it, but I hadn't experienced stuff like that in a game before. A true attention to detail. As of now, Kingdom Come is on its 1.3 version, with 1.4 coming soon. With a clear commitment to ironing out the issues and a clear passion for the game, Deep Silver have done a fantastic job. Of course, the game had a slightly rocky start, but I would have been blown away if a game as ambitious as this didn't have its flaws during launch. If you're looking for an RPG to really grab you by the throat and keep you engaged for hours, Kingdom Come Deliverance is a must-have. As always, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like XBL Gamer Hub on all the socials, and I'll see you next time.